By now, we're certain you've experienced some frustrating challenges when it comes to purchasing some suppliers' products on alpscontrols.com. The fact is, global supply chains have been terribly disrupted by a handful of coinciding circumstances, such as the COVID pandemic, of course, which has periodically shut down manufacturing processes and led to difficulties hiring workers to fulfill orders. A fire earlier this year at a Japanese semiconductor factory, which has caused production and supply delays throughout industries that rely on computer chips. And even a worldwide shortage of shipping containers, which are currently in short supply or stranded at various freight hubs all over the world. What all of this boils down to is that you might be having some problems getting the exact part you want from the suppliers you're used to buying. But we're here to offer you a solution.
I'm sorry for all the frustration you're experiencing with product delays, shipping delays, reshipments. We're spending so much time contacting manufacturers to make sure delivery is happening and when it's happening, and getting dates for when it will happen, get back to the customer. But these are the times we're in right now. There's a bunch of reasons why it's happening. I don't completely blame the manufacturers. They've got a lot of stress on them with the supply chain. We're seeing product delays and non-shipments on all kinds of products. The heavy offenders are transformers and relays, package relays, ice cube relays, pressure switches, dampers, just a slew of products. Gas detection sensors. The more complicated the sensor, the more likelihood it has a chip in it, and chips are very hard for manufacturers to get, so they're all delayed. But the good news is we have a lot of choice in our catalog, and it seems that when one manufacturer's out of a particular category of product, another manufacturer does have an alternative or a similar product. Take advantage of our expertise and experience when you've got a delayed issue. See if we can't give you some cross-references that might apply fine for your application. So those of you in purchasing, I'd like you to consider going back to your engineering department when there's a long delay expected and ask them if they'd be willing to look at an alternative. Feel free to call us for what those choices are first, then take those cut sheets back. We'll send them to you. Take those cut sheets back to your engineering department, see if any of these would be acceptable. Utilize us to find out what's available when on the marketplace. And it seems to change. 1 week, company A has availability, company B doesn't, and the next week it's vice versa. But for most product categories, we have 3 to 10 different choices in manufacturers, and we think they're all good choices. I apologize that this is such a difficult time. I don't think this is going away anytime soon. From what I read and what I hear from the vendors, this is not a short-term problem. This is a long-term problem. I expect it's going to be a couple years till manufacturers are staffed or stocked back up on their inventories and speed of manufacturing. The economy is on fire. There's a tremendous amount of construction going on, so it's a double whammy. Products are hard to get, and we need more of them. My advice, if you need a particular product, buy brand, buy model number, it has to be that. Buy early and buy a lot. Stock up on the stuff you know you're going to use. Feel free to contact our staff to meet your needs and budget and deliverabilities. We have the ability to do that. We have constant open communication with our manufacturers. We can usually get answers pretty quickly. Be patient. We all have to be patient. This is a difficult time. Thanks for all your business. Greatly appreciated.
To see how we can help you cross-reference your parts and find alternatives, just contact our customer service team today. You can call them at 412-464-1730 or by emailing csr@alpscontrols.com.